Hello there.
Mr. Philly Ocean, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you tonight?
I am
Or today over
fantastic.
there?
Well, yeah, we're mid-afternoon, so we're doing great.
Excellent.
So, congratulations, your first ever tour of Australia, heading down in May. How's that feel?
Honestly, kind of surreal. If you would have told me 8 years ago when we started playing Yacht Rock in Southern California that we would be embarking on our first international tour, I wouldn't have believed you. I probably would have been like, "You're pulling my leg." But you know what? People seem to really respond and they love this music. And we could not be more excited to be coming to Australia. I myself have been there a couple of times. I absolutely love the country and I'm excited to see more of it. I've been to Melbourne and Sydney before, but we're going to be in quite a few places throughout Australia. And it's going to be pretty exciting bringing Yacht Rock to you guys.
So, you said you've been here before. Was that just with another band or
It was
pre-yacht?
just traveling. It was just traveling. I was traveling after college with a friend, and we went down. We spent about 2 weeks just outside of Melbourne, and then we went up to Sydney. And man, it was honestly it was so beautiful. I always describe it as like it's America, but everybody's nice.
Pretty good way of putting it.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's
so
cleaner.
yeah. So 8 years ago. So, what were you doing in music before Yächtley Crëw?
Um, so all of us, not just myself, but all of us in Yächtley Crëw, we're lifelong musicians. So I've been in I don't even know how many bands since I was a teenager. Blues bands, ska bands, punk bands, pop rock bands, and then Tommy Bowie, our guitar player, he's been a solo artist. He's done punk and ska, and our drummer and our bass player have been in their own bands respectively, rock and roll bands, 80s bands, you name it. And then our saxophone player, he's played jazz. So we have this really magical mix of musicianship in this band. And that's kind of one of the things that makes playing together so much fun is we all bring this kind of unique musical perspective and depth of experience. So yeah, and I've literally been singing since I was, like about 7 years old in my mom's living room.
Awesome. So, you also got an original out, Sex on the Beach.
Yes.
What's the plans for more original Yachtley Crëw?
So in addition to Sex on the Beach, which is actually that's on our first album, which was released last year, it's called Seize the Day. You can listen to it everywhere you stream your music. And you can also, if you like the album version, we have a vinyl for sale on our website. But we just this month, just actually a few short days ago, 6 days ago, we released a brand new Christmas album called Seas and Greetings. In addition to four Christmas cover songs on there, we wrote our own Christmas original, and that one's called I'm Coming Home for Christmas. And it's very near and dear to our hearts because we really wrote that song as a love letter to our families. We've been touring a lot more. We've been away from the people that we love a lot more. And so we wanted to write them a special Christmas song. So you'll probably feel a lot of extra heart in that one. I know it's really special to me.
Awesome. Now, who decided on coming up with the Yachtley Crëw theme?
So our bass player and our drummer, they knew that they had been talking for a while about doing something with these 70s and 80s soft rock hits. And for those of you in Australia who have never heard the term yacht rock, which by the way, there's still a lot of people in America that haven't heard the term yacht rock. I like to say you may not have heard the term, but you already know what yacht rock is. So it comprises a ton of really well-known artists from the late 70s, early 80s. It's this awesome nostalgic trip down memory lane. So Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins, the Doobie Brothers, Steely Dan, Holland Oates, a lot of these artists make up our playlist. And the music is so iconic that it has this ability now to transcend different generations. And we're seeing not just people who are in their 50s and 60s and older come to our shows, but we're seeing a lot of younger people come to our shows now. And so when our bass player and our drummer got together and they wanted to do something with us, we want to kind of give this a new identity. And Sirius XM radio. Do you guys have Sirius down there?
No, I wish.
You guys have satellite radio or something similar to it, right?
Nothing. No, you
Okay,
have to
great.
you have to do internet radio.
So here in the U.S., we have a company called Sirius XM. It's a satellite radio, and you get it in your car or at home, just like the normal radio. But they beam it down from a satellite. And they had a special channel called Yacht Rock. And so they were listening to, like, oh, we didn't even know it was called Yacht Rock. Then we came to find out that there's this 2008 YouTube comedy web series that coined the term Yacht Rock.
Right.
And we thought, man, this would be so fun. And, what sounds better than sitting on a yacht, listening to this music, sipping a pina colada or a Mai Tai? And how do we embody that look for Yacht Rock? And so naturally we said, well, why don't we dress like yacht captains, and we'll take everybody on a voyage through this music. And that was kind of the impetus for what we do now.
The best way to describe it for all you Aussies, I'm going to give you 3 words: Little River Band.
Little River Band, of course, absolutely.
Yeah,
Reminiscing, one of my absolute favorites. Yep. Yeah, it's one of my absolute favorite songs. Yep.
So have you gotten any feedback from the artists that you've covered?
We've gotten a few. We've actually gotten to perform with some of the original artists. Peter Beckett, the voice of Player. We got to do Baby Come Back with him. We got to do Brandy with Elliot Lurie from Looking Glass. So we've gotten and we've met these people. And also HBO, which is a big entertainment company here in the US, just released this iconic documentary called Yacht Rock, a documentary, DOCK, pun intended.
Yep.
And they actually came out and they filmed one of our shows because they know that we've been part and parcel to creating kind of this yacht rock revolution. And so by way of that, we've been exposed to more and more artists. We just recently met a number of the members of Toto. We play a couple of their songs as well, David Page, and man, just absolute icons. It was amazing.
Did you meet Lukather?
Didn't. He wasn't there. He wasn't there. Yeah.
All right. So when do we see a Yächtley Crëw?
You know what? We have been talking about that, and we are working on something like that because I honestly think nothing is a better fit than literally taking these songs on the water and getting a couple thousand people just to cruise for a week. We'll go to some nice tropical locations and just have a great time. So I would say stay tuned. We're always working on ways to expand what we do and to bring it to people in a new way and have some fun, create some memories with it.
Is there anyone that you want to collaborate with, like of the artists? Like you said, you've shared the stage with some. Who's left that you really want to collaborate with?
There would be kind of the top 3. I would say Hall & Oates, but as you may or may not know, they are no more and they will be no more. They want nothing to do with each other. But definitely Michael McDonald. Not only is he just one of the most incredible voices to ever exist, but he's just such a stand-up guy. I mean, again, watch the Yacht Rock documentary from HBO, and you'll just see, like, he's incredibly humble. He's so gifted. He seems like just a wonderful guy. I'd love to share the stage with Kenny Loggins, Donald Fagen, but I don't think that's happening because he's not a fan of the term yacht rock. But any of these artists that would even honor us with the chance to collaborate or do anything with them, we'll take it. We do this purely for the love of this music, and we've been doing it for a long time. And man, anyone who wants to come and collaborate with us of these original artists, we would take that in a heartbeat.
Have you thought about getting like either a hard rock song or a metal song and reimagining it in the yacht rock vibe?
Oh yeah. And we've talked about that a lot. And we actually have done a couple of those things. We did this tribute. You may or may not know the drummer from the Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins. He passed away. And when he did, we're all big Foo Fighter fans. So we actually did a tribute to him when we were at our residency in Las Vegas at Palms Casino, and we played Hero. And, so we'll do fun things like that, and we'll mix things up every once in a while, throw in songs that maybe people don't expect, but we also really have to honor the genre. That's why people are coming there. So they want to hear kind of what are considered the yacht rock staples.
I'll throw one out for you. And while it's not boat related, it's water related. I think Yacht Rock, Smoke on the Water.
I love it. Absolutely. Yeah, get a nice like bass line groove going in there.
Yep.
I love it.
I also think Running with the Devil by Van Halen for the bass too.
Absolutely. And we've honestly, because of our name, Yächtley Crëw, we've talked a lot about how we might want to make a Motley Crue song into yacht rock.
I've got a couple of ideas. Yeah, it'd have to be one of the really sleazy ones to make it worthwhile.
I think so. Yeah, it's got to be gratifying in that way, right?
Yeah, yeah. Dr. Feelgood, same old
Yeah,
situation. One of those
yeah.
two.
Dr. Feelgood is probably our first choice.
Yep. Has Nikki reached out about using the terminology?
No, we haven't heard from their lawyers either. But we do know that they do know about us. You know, we have some some crossover in our musical circles. And a couple of years ago, Tommy Lee like posted this photo of him wearing a T-shirt that said Yächtley Crëw on it.
Right.
And we heard, you know, that he had heard about us, and we actually play some of the same venues that he started playing years ago in LA. We just had a Christmas concert at Whiskey A Go Go last night, and that was super fun. And you know, they played all up and down the Sunset Strip.
Yeah. Awesome, Philly. You're going to be here in May. What do you want to let the fans know before I let you go?
Well, check out our website, yachtleycrew.com. I want you to go there and listen to some of the music that we play. Take a trip down memory lane, because there's nothing that's going to share with you what we do more than your own nostalgia for these songs. We have some videos up on our YouTube page. You can check out our album, but also bring a bunch of friends. That's what makes this experience so much fun. We put on a really, really high energy, really fun show. And it's because people come out with their friends and they share this music with a bunch of people that they love. That makes it absolutely amazing. We're so excited to be coming to Australia, and we'll see you down there in May.
Thanks, Philly. Have a great night, man.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon, buddy. Bye.
Bye-bye.